JJ the CPA here. Let's talk about mileage in terms of what you get to write off, when and how, and what is allowed by the IRS. So, a lot of us, we're driving our vehicles for business purposes, and so this would be for those of us that have a vehicle that we personally own, meaning it's not a corporate vehicle, and we are using it on behalf of our business or on the behalf of our employer. And so basically any business mileage that you have, you're able to write off a dollar amount, depending on the year, a per mile deduction. And so basically the great thing with that is that whatever miles it is that you are driving, basically you're able to get a deduction off of your taxes, which is then going to save you. So what mileage actually counts is, and when we're saying business mileage, so what does that mean? Well, first and foremost, it does not include your commute. So even if you can say, well, that's business mileage because I got to go to the office, I'm required to go there to work. Well, the IRS does not allow that. So basically to and from work is not mileage that you get to deduct. Now, if you are, let's say, a salesperson and you are traveling around your city seeing clients. So the first thing to know is that the mileage from your house to your first client is actually considered a commute, or your mileage from your house to your office, that would be your commute. So in essence, the first place you go for the day, that mileage there is actually technically considered a commute. So what you'd want to look at is that if your office is a couple miles away from your house, makes sense, go to the office, check in, and then head out to your clients. And then any of that mileage after that, popping around town to go visit with your clients, or going to the bank or post office, anything that's then required of you for your business or by your employer, then that's the mileage that can count. So if you're going on a trip, that's a little bit different, meaning if you live in a city and you're going to a city that's 90 miles away, that would be a situation where you're able to deduct those miles. But to be safe, arrive at your office first, so you're not in a situation where that 90 miles is actually considered a commute. What you want to do, it's not that difficult in my opinion, but what you want to do is keep a mileage log. So get yourself one of those, $1.99 pocket calendars, and for each day, if you're doing it perfectly, write down the odometer at the beginning of the day and at the end, and then write down where you went, or just at least write down how many miles you drove that day. That is for business, and that will be then what you can show as a documentation for that. So there's a little more to all that in the sense of ensuring that you're getting down to the nitty-gritty. So if you're doing a ton of mileage, then stay tuned for another video on some of that nitty-gritty, but basically wanted to cover the commute and then some of the basics on the documentation. So, well, thanks for tuning in, and if you like my video, I would love it, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. And then don't forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me.
Get the